Any of your thoughts, mate?
Guess what we're doing?
What are we doing?
What, laying more sheets?
How many is this?
10?
Is this 9 and 10 or is it 11 and 12?
I'm pretty sure it's 9 and 10. I don't know, it's day something or something. I feel like I don't even know what day it is.
It's a lot of sheets.
A lot of sheets. But the episode of Breaking Bad with the fly in the lab. You know, when the lab gets contaminated and he just loses it?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it's the same with you with this spray gun.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, when he like obsesses over catching the fly rather than cooking the meth.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with catching the moisture.
Catching the meth.
Yeah. Here we go again. So here I am again in the stern cabin. I'm going to put in this rear wall in the back of our double berth here. I was originally planning a hatch in here to be able to get into the shaft section or the rear of the engine, and that's essentially where the exhaust manifold is, the waterlock muffler, the strainer and everything. So I need constant access to it. I can get to it under the bed base here. However, I am now considering a lockable and sealable bulkhead, like a cofferdam type bulkhead on the back wall there on my rigid bulkhead from the sugar scoop for the couple of times a day that I'll probably end up having to go in there. I'd rather go in through the back. However, I can get in through here. It's just if it was a hot engine, I might struggle a little bit. Complete access is very important in this engine room. But for now, I'm going to glue in this wall. It means that I can get it tabbed first thing in the morning, and by the afternoon Sam can come in and fair this entire room out. Basically he's got a fair bit of fairing to do. I think he's pretty unimpressed back there. How you going in there, mate? Sticky? Mate, you haven't seen you down on your knees yet. So this guy's going in now. I've got some cotton flock mixed up here. We're going to basically fill it in, and then I'll come back in the morning and tab it in. I don't really think I've got time to get it tabbed in this afternoon.
So apparently Ross is actually doing some work today rather than being foreman. So
I was just saying to Janet not to film my workers crack because I'm in a really bad position here, and I always taught our kids to say no to crack. But in the interim, I've been tabbing in this bulkhead, so it's pretty exciting to have this in. This is going to restrict our access into the engine room. However, it's going to complete this room, and it means Sam can come in here tomorrow and fair, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I've got 2 big layers of 600 double bias and a layer of finishing cloth on here. I'm sort of want to try and avoid using peel ply here because we want to try and get a chemical bond here tomorrow with the fairing compound, and then, yeah, it's looking really good, nice and solid. Another structural member in the back of the boat here. I mean, I don't think I could put any more structure in.
don't you have to put that bit in?
Yeah, eventually, but not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going in, but not maybe today.
Okay.
Anyway, all right, thank you. See ya.
Bye.
All right, I'm about to put the bulkhead wall in for the engine room here, and I have a bit of a dilemma. I've got the hot water system. I need to make sure it fits in above the top of the engine before I put the wall in. If not, I've got to get it in there now, but I'm not going to get it in there now. I don't want it in there now because I need the room to move. But I need to make sure, I need Sam to pass this through to me to make sure that it fits in there, and then we're going to bring it out. As long as it fits in through there, which it should, Maybe not when it's all fully rigged, but... Jesus, it's a mess in here. Got the vacuum in here before I start. Alright, so if this fits through, I can put the bulkhead in. If it doesn't fit through, I'm going to have to live with it in here, and I don't want to do that. I need to be able to get it in and out. I don't reckon it's good. Oh, you might go under there. But you know what? Once I've got all my hoses and everything, I'll just reenact that. Reenact it. Pull back. Right, so the cylinder's 450 Y, so... It's going to be a bit tight in here fitting the bloody hot water system, isn't it? I mean...
That's regardless of whether you have the wall in or not.
Well, it'd be better if I didn't have a wall. Because I got one sticking down.
Run a tube.
Or a snorkel.
Dive tank. Get a respirator in there for the...
So, yeah, you got a lot of...
Still cylindrical.
It's actually smaller than the box.
That makes sense, otherwise it wouldn't be in the box.
No, but it's a lot smaller. It's probably... It's probably 2 centimetres this size, so I think we're good.
Yeah, it'll go in.
Cool. Alright, so I can get this wall in. My engine access is through here at the moment. I put in this watertight bulkhead for safety. I'm thinking, depending on where the hot water system lives, I can cut an access hatch here that'll give me quick access into here, something with maybe 4 locks on it with a seal. At least it gives me some breathing space. As long as I have a dam on it, it means that if the back gets flooded, but it's not ideal, but I think I'm going to have to work with that. I think that's what's going to have to happen. So, yeah, it's not a very easy situation. Either that or I have a hatch in the back bulkhead here where I climb through, and that'd be big enough to get that back through. So, yeah, I've got to think about that. So I could actually stand in here. Anyway.
Time out room.
Time out room, yeah. It's where Jan will send me if I'm being naughty. Which is often.
In the naughty corner.
It's like daily that I'm a little bit in trouble with Janet, as Sam knows, don't you, mate? Mm-hmm. Better. Well, they're better. Sam's got a bit of a problem with the way that I work, because we'll get a run and we'll have like, I don't know, 10% cock up, and then I'll change it, and then we won't know why there's been a problem in the past. So I think Sam could probably explain that better.
Yeah, that wasn't great. Yeah, Dad decided to change the gun, which we didn't actually know if the gun was the problem. And now we still don't know if the gun was the problem, because we actually think it's probably because we laid it up at, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So
now we don't know.
So now we know less than we knew before, and we're still going to do the same thing, which is lay up more sheets. So it was like, we spent all that time changing the gun. This is why the boat's taken 5 years.
Oh, cut it out.
Shove it in. I'll be happy with that one.
Yeah, no, that's actually quite good. It's a little bit curved on the top here, so might need. This is all going to be dress trim, so that may not go that high. So the Raptor will come down behind that, and I'm thinking I'll glue a piece of foam along the top and then trim it and then put a nice wooden edge on the top of it. Beautiful, beautiful. Just push that end one in. Whatever that bit out. Yeah, that was great, mate. Well done, righto. So we're in business. Right, we need to determine how many more big pieces we need. I spent yesterday afternoon grinding the forward seam of the boat, right on the bow, and I made a lot of mess. So I gave Janet the job of cleaning it up. Did a great job. Alright, it's all happening. We've got like productivity going on everywhere. Okay, we're fairing. We're going to fair this face under here, or at least get the fairing compound on all the way along the join, because obviously we're going to go from here. We're going to go from here down to into here. So this has to be sanded here and sprayed white gel coat like that, but from here up it's going to be Raptor. Does that make sense? So you need to get this all fairing compound on all of this. You see how I put it on here? I've already started down here. So we're just smearing it on and I'm going to sand it off. That'll probably be my weekend job, or one of the weekend jobs I'll do for your at home bludgeoning.
Having a weekend off.
Having a weekend off, yeah. Alright, so I only got 100 mil of resin, but 150 mil of volume. So we only catalyse to the volume of the resin. Make sense? Yeah. So we mix it up, we've got 2 mil of catalyst in it. Really well mixed up. Put it all on your mixing board. You do that, and then get your squeegee and just give it a bit of a quick stir and then apply it. So all we're going to do is basically go like that. It's going to be sanded off, so the less there is the better. Okay, really smear it in. You think that's hard? Wait till you have to sand the bastard. Yeah, see that join there, see that seam? See this seam here? That needs to be filled that way and faired right out to here. That's it, yeah. Honestly think Sam might want to divorce his parents after this 4 weeks. Sorry? You're enjoying yourself, that's good. So he's doing a great job here. Wow, it's starting to look really good with that fairing. He's filling in all my little gaps and giving me a good chance to get this fair, so that it can end up like this bit here. And I'm working away in here in the stern cabin, getting in the rear engine room walls. Having fun?
What's that?
Go right up onto the other white stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to. I haven't done the vertical bit yet.
Right, cool. So that means I can fair it in a bit like I've done up here.
Seconds.
Loving it. Give him the last shit job before he goes back to Sydney for the weekend.
I thought I was done last week, but no.
No, there's always more. Fairing it right up into the other gel coat makes a massive difference, makes it easier to sand it in. Right, I've just given Sam his last job for this week. This is week 2, so this is day 9. He's been working with me, and I've just given him more fairing to do, because, or at least applying fairing compound. I'm probably going to come in here on Sunday, it's Thursday now, and sand all of this fairing compound down to get it down to a point where I can actually spray the Raptor. This is going to be Raptor all the way under here, and you know, it's a 2-pack urethane, give it a nice little textured finish, and then we're going to have white smooth gel coat with a wood trim in between. So I've just masked off the area I want him to fair to, and that gives me about 1 inch of the polyurethane finish down to here, and then there'll be a liner down on the covered face here, potentially the Tasmanian oak Laminex that we're going to be putting on there, and also around here, as you can see, we're going to do up underneath here. So I've masked off the port light, and he's got a fair bit of fairing there to do. just to complete this room and under here and up to here. So this will be a lining piece here, and basically all the way around is going to be all smooth gel coat. I do still need to glass in this curve here. I've actually got those parts cut and pre-curved, and I've already glassed in that back bulkhead here. So I've got a lot of sanding to do here to try to get this section prepared for the spray, the Raptor coating that we're going to be putting on here. The ceiling is going to be a padded liner just to take some of that echo out of here, and obviously with bedding. So we're aiming to get as much done as we can, just in a smooth finish, and then a slight texture on here with that Raptor. We really like that Raptored finish to get the boat on the water and going. Then you know, we need to sort of shrug and go, I guess you'd call it, where we're sort of, you know, accepting a couple of compromises just to get the thing on the water. And then you know, if we decide later on we need to kill some of the noise, warm it up a little bit, we can add some linings with some soft padded linings. But we don't want to have too many linings. I'm trying to avoid having too many linings, because firstly it's a ton of work, and secondly I like to be able to see where there's any potential failures in the laminate. There won't be any failures on this boat. I'm dead certain of that. This boat is built like a tank. Oh, I'm on my own, which is really weird. The last 2 weeks I've had Sam and Janet here pretty much the whole time. Honestly, you feel like you're going nowhere, and all of a sudden you realise you've done quite a bit. The problem is everything's incremental. There's no finishing. What I need to do is basically fair this section with the DA sander while there's nobody here. I'm trying to avoid too much dust in the boat, because honestly I don't know how they do complete boats and maintain any health, because of the dust is just diabolical stuff. It's just so dangerous. It's basically silicosis. So I'm going to get in with the DA and give this a good sand off and take the bulk off. Then I'll get in with the flexi sander and follow the contours. I'm only fairing this part and underneath all the way down to the seam here, so that I can end up with a result like what I've got outside here. If you follow out here around the fridge here, so I'm looking for this sort of finish here with the Raptor all the way down to the wall, and then I'll mask it off, and then it's going to be a liner underneath that. So if I can get that sort of result, I'll be pretty happy. So back in here, this area, obviously our bedroom here, we've made all the lining panels for this room, pretty much the entire room, except for this one here, and then this has a solid timber top. So there's plenty to do in here. If I can get this done, I can get this sprayed out with Raptor and then start to install the liners. So there's a lot of progress being made. It's just sometimes a little bit slow.
For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Samuel James Borden.
Another very proud day for a dad and mum. Our son Sam on his second degree, Sydney Uni, Bachelor of Business. Pretty impressed with this young fella. Well, I'm in for some fun today. I had yesterday off went up and saw my mum, and we had Sam's graduation at Sydney Uni for his Master of Business, 2nd degree. Pretty clever cookie, our Sam. And don't know what he's doing building a boat with me, but helping Dad out, and we're really appreciating it. So today, I've come in, it's Sunday morning, gonna make a lot of noise. I was in here the day before yesterday, fairing the top of this cabin, and today I'm going to get in and do hopefully the other 3, but I can't see it when I look at how much I've got to do in here. Sam's left me with a ton of work here, all along the top here, underneath, all along here, underneath. All I can see here is about a bucket load of Q cells going up in the vacuum cleaner very, very soon. But in this stern cabin, I have to get it done because I can't raptor this until it's faired. I can't finish this cupboard until it's faired, and I can't put the linings in until I raptor. So there's always a progression, and unfortunately, it's hard work before you get to the easy stuff, which finally is the raptor and the lining. So we've made all the linings for this room. Pretty much every liner has been made for this particular area, and you know, we've already got foam, so that means we've already got insulated walls, but the reality is we would still like that soft liner just to take the echo out of this room, as you can probably hear in this camera. So yeah, so let's get into it.
Alright, port forward cabin and companionway floor is my last effort for today, and I'm knackered. I cannot take my mask off in here because it is toxic. So this cabin's almost done. We've been going really hard on getting this guy done. But the important part now is to get ready to spray the raptor. I'm going to remove all these linings when I do that, but this all has to be sanded down and faired down.